All right, what's going on, family? Great rising, great rising. We almost into noon, and I just came on here to make this video uh, real short, real simple, get straight to the point. You're not hearing this from me, okay? This is coming from an actual doctor, all right, the white coat. So you're gonna hear from him, and you guys know I've been pretty much talking about this particular topic for a little minute. Of course, it's something that we all have to deal with. We're going to continue to deal with for a little while. This virus doesn't seem like it's going away anytime soon. So if y'all can share this video, like the video, if you got any questions, please ask. But I'm gonna pretty much let the doctor do the talking. And this is a video based on the statistics, okay, that have been shown when going on a plant-based diet, how it lower your risk, lower your chances of contracting this virus, okay? It doesn't mean that it necessarily prevents you from getting it or contracting it 100%. It just shows that you have a better chance, okay? You have a better chance. So, of course, it's levels, right? It's levels to a plant-based diet. That doesn't mean that you necessarily have to be vegan. So let me say this. If you're doing the necessary things, okay, like eating more fruits, eating more vegetables, right? Taking your sea moss, taking your elderberry, right? Taking your mullein, taking your echinacea, right? If you're doing things like this, taking your black seed oil, taking your phytoplankton, okay? Taking your super green, right? Taking your detox herbal blend. If you're doing more things like this, getting sunlight, drinking clean water, naturally spring water, right? If you're doing more things like this, okay, that's all towards the plant-based side of things, okay? And you're doing less of the other things. So even if let's do this, right? Let's do this because I want to really be fair, and I don't want y'all to think that I'm picking on y'all, right? So even if you're still indulging in a non-vegan diet, right? If you're doing like 80% of what I just said, right? The things that I just listed, you increase your chance, okay? Especially if you're within your weight range, you're not obese, okay? And he's going to explain that as well. So I'm gonna just let him, talk, and I just want you guys to listen. It's not that long, okay? It's not that long. But before we do that, right? Before we do that, I definitely want to encourage you guys to take advantage of our sales that we have, okay? I definitely want to do that. So give me a second while I share my screen, and I want you guys to take advantage of the sale that we got going on, that we've been having going on for a while at alkalineenvironment.com, okay? Okay. Give me a second. If y'all got any questions, let me know. All right, so we have the sea moss and bladder rat capsules, like I was explaining to you guys a couple of days ago. These are all the products, right? Especially the sea moss. These are all the products that's going to help you dissolve, break down the mucus, break up that phlegm, okay? It's going to keep the respiratory system on point, okay? Because from what I've seen, from what many doctors and physicians have been saying from watching numerous videos, the virus seems to attack the respiratory system, in particular the alveoli sacs, okay? And it creates a situation where the capillaries or the alveolar sac, the wall is compromised, fluid leaks into the alveolar sacs, fills up, and then that stops the exchange of oxygen. Okay, so the sea moss will help prevent that. Okay, or will help get rid of that, because it's nothing but mucus, it's nothing but bacteria, it's nothing but debris, so forth and so on. Okay, so whether you're dealing with it or you're trying to prevent it, the sea moss and bladderwrack will definitely help. We have that right now on sale at alkalineenvironment.com, so y'all can take advantage of that. Prevention is the best cure, so that's what we always gonna, teach and preach, right? And that's what we believe in. So if you're taking the sea moss and bladderwrack capsules already, you're in the prevention mode. If you're taking the sea moss gel already, you're in prevention mode, right? So we carry two different types, which is the sea moss gel only, and then we have, right, the sea moss gel with the bladderwrack and the clove. Okay, bladderwrack helps with the metabolism. It helps with macular degeneration, cataracts. It helps with the development, okay, of toddlers, their brain as they get older and stuff like that. It also helps with obesity. It helps with the thyroid gland. So if you're suffering from hypothyroidism, which means that you're not getting, okay, enough productivity from your thyroid gland, that's what the sea moss and bladderwrack, or particularly the bladderwrack, helps with. Okay, and it's all sorts of different things too. It also helps with radiation too. So we're around a lot of radiation a lot, and we need to prevent that, right? So it helps with that. So we got Baobab superfruit, right? The powder that's going to help with the fiber, the immune system, your natural electrolytes and things of that nature. So we got everything right now. Well, pretty much everything on sale with the sea moss and the bladderwrack. And then I'll show you the second page, right? We got the herbs, 50% off. Elderberry herbs. The tea, if you want to order the tea, you have to go through me or Spiritual Goddess, right? We're going to have them soaps coming back real soon. Y'all lay around for it. But we have 50% off on all herbs. We have a cold and flu blend. That's with the echinacea and the elderberry herbs, 50% off, $3.50 an ounce. Okay. The marshmallow root is another one that helps. Okay. Keeping the respiratory system clean and also the digestive system, right? So any pathogens come in, the marshmallow kicking it out. All right, $2 per ounce. We got the wound care. We actually added 2 more ingredients to the wound care. So for all my queens out there looking for something, all right, for the wound, we got you. The yellow dog. And as you can see, man, the 50% off. These herbs are very, very affordable. $3 an ounce, $2 an ounce, stuff like that. And then last but not least, we got the blessed thistle. This is another wonderful herb that will help. Okay. We got the anxiety blend. Okay. And then last but not least, this is my favorite, the detox herbal blend. The detox herbal blend is my favorite. Okay. So the detox herbal blend consists of the dandelion, the Jamaican sarsaparilla, the yellow dot, ginger root, and burdock root. Okay. And we also added fennel in there too, fennel seeds. Okay. So when you're talking digesting, you want fennel. Fennel is one of my favorites because when I was transitioning and I was constipated, I drank a lot of fennel tea and it helps so much. It helps so much. Now, when we think of detoxing, a lot of times we think of the digestive system. A lot of times we don't think about the blood. Okay. So when it comes to these herbs in particular, they help with all of that. Okay. More particular, they help with the cleansing of the blood, right? Replenishing, detoxing the blood, nourishing the blood, so forth and so on. Okay. And then it gets a little bit better when it comes to the organs, right? Like your kidneys, your liver, so forth and so on. Those 2 main organs in our body, we definitely need to keep them on point. Another thing that it does, it increases your urination. Okay, so it does make you go to the bathroom a little bit more, which is good because it's flushing out the toxins, right, without depleting your electrolytes. So even though you may go to the bathroom a little bit more, okay, you won't see that white clear color, right? That white urine, which you don't want to see, because when you piss out white, right? Or when you piss and your urine is white, that means you're getting rid of electrolytes. So the detox herbal blend still keeps that coat, that color, that light yellow that you should have, to let you know that everything is still balanced. So this is one of my favorites, my go-tos. Anytime I feel like well, matter of fact, when I was pre-diabetic, I used this herb. I use this herb a lot, because anytime you feel like you may have an overconsumption of sugar in your system, you're feeling a little too jittery and stuff like that, the detox herbal blend will help clean it up out your system, cleaning it up out your blood, get it out your blood. So without further ado, I just want to show that to you guys. Take advantage of the cell, the sea moss, the bladder wrack, the gel in the capsules, and then we got the herbs, right? So forth and so on. If you want the teas or if you want the POP juice, the half a gallon, you inbox me, or you can holler at Spiritual Goddess, okay? Doesn't matter. So let's get to this video, because I want to show you guys this video. Hold on, let me see something right quick. I want to show you guys this video. So again, this is Dr. NEAL BARNARD. I've been following him for a little minute, and he's not, how can I say, he's not biased to anything, right? He believes in vaccinations and stuff like that, but he also understands, eating healthy and plant-based diet and what it does too, and its advantages. So I think he's very creditable, and I want to show you guys his video, and just take a listen. He's going to show the statistics and things of that nature. So give me a second right quick. I want to make sure. All right, give me a second. All right, so let me know. Can you guys give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me and everything is showing clear? And can you share the screen? I just need to know. Let me see. Can somebody give me some ones? If you could give me some ones to let me know that everything is clear, everything is showing, right? So I can share this video with y'all. Just give me one. Just want to make sure. Hold on, let me see if I can check my my Facebook. Let me see something. Let me see something. All right, we cool. We good to go. So let me go back. So I just want y'all to pay attention to this and listen to this. The results are in. Okay. Plant-based diet, man, is very good for you. And like I say, you don't have to be, 100% plant-based. You don't have to be 100% raw diet, 100% vegan. You feel me? If you put in more greens and vegetables and more fruits, more herbs, sea moss, right? Black seed oil, phytoplankton, right? Duckweed. You put more of these things, right? Elderberry, the detox herbal blend. If you're putting more of these things inside your body, if you're consuming more of these, you have a better chance at fighting this virus or preventing this virus, okay? Or even, again, if you contract it, right, you have a better chance to overcome it, okay? And what's crazy is that I need to point out is that people who do not eat like this are still overcoming it, right? Are still getting over it, right? So that just go to show you, man, like how powerful our bodies is, right? And again, remember, to prevent a lot of these things is mental. Mental is first. Mental is first. So y'all share this video, like it, and like I say, if you have any comments or any questions, feel free to ask me, and I'll do my best to answer. But here we go.
These are some really interesting studies, and it kind of goes back to what it is that we've been talking about throughout this pandemic, and that is the healthier you are, the less at risk you seem to be. So if you wouldn't mind, can you talk to us a little bit about these two studies and what it is researchers have discovered?
Yeah, and let me preface this really by saying we've kind of suspected that diet ought to be a big actor here, because when people are overweight, when they have diabetes, when they have hypertension, particularly when these things are really out of control, COVID just becomes so serious and often fatal. But when people have these things under better control, they do better. That suggests that if your diet is really good, these conditions are going to be better. But the question really then was, well, what if you actually are following a mostly plant-based diet? Will that help you? And the answer seems to be yes. The first of these studies was involving healthcare workers. There were healthcare workers in 6 different countries. They tracked what they ate and they rated them for more plant-based or less plant-based. In other words, if you were less plant-based, that meant you were eating chicken and fish and beef and cheese and kind of neglecting your vegetables and fruits. And then if you were more plant-based, that meant you were vegan or closer to it. And the people who were more plant-based had a 73% reduced risk of severe COVID. But I got to tell you, the flip side of this was they looked at people who were doing keto or low-carb diets, and they did substantially worse, a 48% increased risk of severe COVID.
So let me cut in right quick. This is why I do not recommend keto diets, okay? You guys will never catch me talking about keto diets. They just, to me, doesn't make any sense, okay?
So don't go there. So that's the first study. The second study just came out last.
So let's look at this again, right? So you see right here, less plant-based diet, right? More plant-based diet, 73% less risk. That's huge. So the video I did, what it was, I think last Saturday, the Saturday before last, the video I was talking about, you know, our terrains and stuff like that. And whatever it is that we're putting in our body, okay? Gotta understand, viruses work, they work well with, you know, bodies that they can cleanse to, right? They can find a host, they can find an environment. So the more dirtier the environment is, the more easier or rewarding it is for the virus, okay? Especially when you're obese, okay? Because they definitely want to hide in some fat cells, okay? They want to hide in some fat cells so they can go ahead and do their work. They can maneuver in, replicate themselves, and then hijack your system, right? So, again, like I say, viruses do not like plants. They don't like fruits. They don't like green vegetables. They don't like any of that stuff. It's no different than maggots, okay, in the garbage can. If there's no garbage in the garbage can, then maggots won't appear. Okay, if it's garbage in the garbage can, then maggots appear. It's as simple as that. Okay. So this is huge. It's more to it he's gonna explain, but I just want to stress this point that the cleaner you eat, like I say, you don't have to be vegetarian, you don't have to be vegan, you don't have to be plant-based or raw vegan, right? Or eat a raw diet. You don't have to do these things necessarily. It just, if you can do at least 70% more greens and vegetables, right? This will definitely increase your chances, right, of staying healthy and definitely lower your risk of contracting this virus, all right?
Last week, and a fascinating study, a huge study, more than 500,000 people were studied in the UK and the US, and it was done in a cool way. Everyone volunteered to track their symptoms as the pandemic was kicking in, and they did it through a smartphone. And in the course of this long, huge study, more than 30,000 people developed COVID. So who were they? And they first rated what they ate with what you call a food frequency questionnaire. How frequently do you eat steak? How frequently do you eat fish? How often do you have cheese? How often do you have spinach? How often do you have brown rice? And you do a detailed food frequency questionnaire. And they then rated them for, were they less plant-based or more plant-based? And the first finding was the people who were more plant-based had a 9% reduced risk of getting COVID of any severity. Okay, not huge, but we'll take it. But then they looked at who gets really sick. And with severe COVID, the people who were more plant-based had almost a 60% reduced risk of developing. So both of these studies showed the same thing and in almost the same quantity, that if you are really following a plant-based diet, the more you get there, the less likely you are to have severe COVID. And that stands up even if we control for the usual things, vaccinations and physical activity and so forth. So good news, yet another reason to follow a healthy diet.
And it seems like, speaking of healthy, I want to key in on that word health. It seems like this pandemic has really kind of forced us, by and large, to take a good, strong, hard look at our own health. Do you think that that's kind of an accurate assessment? Do you think that, by and large, as a society, we're really starting to think about some of the choices that we've been making?
Chuck, I think we're in two different groups. I think there are people who, frankly, have been sitting home during the pandemic, eating badly, gaining weight, neglecting their medical treatments, and those people are in bad shape. And there's been a lot of that, and studies have come out looking at diet quality, and by and large, it's been degrading in a lot of countries. However, within that, there is a very large subset of people who are the most health conscious they have ever been. And these are the people who are going to websites like ours. These are people who are watching Exam Room Live and listening to the podcasts and reading the books and watching the movies and trying out healthier things. And so those people, I think, really are doing what they can, not just to keep the virus away, but to improve their health in many other ways, because the same diet that's good against COVID is good for your coronary arteries and good for your waistline.
We'll be
all right. So that's it. That's pretty much all I want to share with you guys. That's pretty much all I really want to share. So again, you know, when you take care of your terrain, when you take care of your environment, when you're very conscious of, you know, what you are consuming, right? The more greens you eat, the more vegetables you eat, the more sunlight you get, right? The more mental clarity you have, right? The more you be outdoors, the more you're away from people, right? The more you read, the more you whatever it is that you do, you know, listen to music that's very inspirational or very relaxing and calming to you. The more you do these things, man, you know, the less worry you have, right? So that keeps the anxiety away, that keeps the depression away, that keeps the stress away and things of that nature. Because we all know that compromises our system, our immune system. So, you know, we want to read books, we want to write poems, right? You know, if you got a diary, you know what I'm saying? You do the things that you did when we were young, right? Go outside, go to the park, right? Make sure that you know, got some real good drinking water. Mountain Valley is arguably my favorite now. Okay. Exercising, that's big. You know, if you don't have a bike, take a little 30-minute walk, right? Jump rope, do all these different things, right? Make sure that you're, you know, keeping your area sanitized, keeping your space just sanitized, keeping it, you know, just with high vibrational, you know what I'm saying, energy. If you got a sage and stuff like that, do it. You see what I'm saying? But taking your supplements like your elderberry, your mullein, your sea moss, you know, eating a high frequency, live, full diet, right? I just put all that together. All that stuff gonna help, man. And make sure you taking care of your skin, which is your biggest organ. Okay, so using natural soaps, using natural butters, shea butters, right? Natural creams and things of that nature. All that stuff is gonna help. And for my ladies out there, don't be taking extremely hot showers, man. Okay, you wiping away your natural oil that's produced. They call it sebum. Go look that up. Sebum, SEBUM. Right, it's very important. You don't want to compromise your microbiome. That's what fights for you day in, day out. Okay. So your skin is the first line of defense. So it's very important to take care of it. All right. But yeah, so I just want to show that clip to y'all. That's the doctor telling you, you know, what it is himself, right? And the statistics, the results are in. It is what it is. So it should no longer be a discussion, right? Whether or not a plant-based diet increases your, you know, chance of staying healthy, right? Or increases your chance of preventing this virus, right? So it should no longer be a discussion about it, right? So just wanted to share that with y'all. Again, take advantage of the sale, alkalineenvironment.com. We got the sea moss on sale, whether you get in the gel or the capsules. And we got 50% off of all our herbs, okay? So we got powders that's gonna help. And we got the blends, the detox herbal blend. We got the super greens. That's a detox powder that's real good for you. And then, so it's not only gonna detox you, but it's gonna nourish you as well, because it's green. So it has the chlorophyll in there, right? We know the chlorophyll is very identical to your blood. So that enriches and nourishes your blood. So you definitely need that. Like I say, the cold and flu blend, that's just gonna heighten the chances, right, of you staying disease virus free. That's just what it is. Okay. So don't forget, oh yeah, do not forget that our product on Amazon, right? Build Ball CDA Plus, that's on Amazon. Do not forget to purchase that. Okay, 120 capsules, 30-day supply. You do 2 in the AM, 2 in the PM with water or orange juice, or my favorite, my highly recommended coconut water. Okay, do that. And again, you can do it with food or without food. Okay, Amazon.com. Time for me to, oh, you know what? I don't know. Should I start there tomorrow? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. So, if you guys have any questions, feel free to holler at me. You know, I'm gonna keep bringing y'all this real, and that's just what it is, man. So prevention is the best cure. All right, alkaline environment, man. Y'all take care. Y'all be safe out there. Okay, do what you need to do, man. And I'm out. Peace.